Chris Level here with another edition of Patriot Talk. Joe Sexton to my left, as always, and Colton Coons behind the camera taking care of us, as always. You feel like you wait for football season to get here, and you go through camp and all that, then you get 3 or 4 weeks in, and you feel like, okay, now the grind. Now you're in the routine. Now you're in the grind. All these weeks look the same. I know you want to get a result here, but kind of take me through last Friday versus Monahans against a senior-laden team and a team that just kind of leaned on you a little bit.
Well, in the first half, we were right there. Our defense did an awesome job keeping us in the game. I think we had, 5 possessions in the first half, and they were all inside of their territory. Our special teams, I can't even tell you how happy I was with our special teams. Our return guys, Gavin McPherson, Lane Miller did an awesome job. Everybody that was on the special teams, I thought Swade Sharp did a great job, blocking on some of that stuff. And we just, we got over there and we just couldn't get it in. One of my all-time favorite coaches, Spike Dykes, would say, got our ox cart stuck in the ditch. When you heard that from Coach Dykes that, something didn't go their way. And, we just had every opportunity in the world to score, and we just got to figure out a way to punch those things in. We had several really, really good opportunities, and we just got to take advantage of those because they don't come around very often.
This football is we talk about a lot of the skill on the field, and rightfully so at times, but more often than not, football is won right there at the line of scrimmage. That's just the way
that little 2-foot.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes. And your kids are a bit undersized and undermanned there on both sides. I think you've got some really good players there that they're doing all that they can, but other programs that are more established have just got more of those types of people, but that's kind of what you're seeing here in some of these games.
Well, we're going to be there soon. Mm-hmm. We're going to be that team that people are going to be talking about. Man, those offensive, defensive linemen were so impressive, and that's what we're working towards, and it's a process. It's, just like we talked about last week, you can't just, take a pill and get there. I mean, it's just a long process, and it's painful sometimes. And
can't go make a trade with somebody.
No, we can't get in the portal and get somebody.
That's right.
And our guys are the effort. We talked about effort at halftime the other night, and it's just one of those things where our technique has got to be perfect, and we're getting there.
Because the technique overcomes some of the. Yeah, if you
just a little
play the right way.
If your effort and your technique's not there, the size and strength on the other side of the line is going to win every time. And we did some really good things again, and those things show up on film, and we just got to keep doing more of those good things in a row. We'll have 3 or 4 really good plays in a row, and then not so good. So we're getting there.
Consistency.
And it's just how it is.
Yeah, process. Has everybody's? Are you having to play psychologist with these kids yet, or are you, are you still getting a lot of eager and smiling faces? Well, because it's not as much fun when you don't get a result, but
no.
Sports are hard.
Everybody looks at the scoreboard at the end of the night,
and
coaches do, kids do. It's just how it is, and there's always got to be a winner and there's got to be a loser, and unfortunately we hadn't been on the winner's side.
Unless you play soccer,
just tie.
They have a draw. Everybody just goes home, and it's like, we get a point because we just draw. Like I don't do well with that. Yeah.
No, and unfortunately, we've learned some very important lessons, and told the kids a lot. Sometimes those important lessons aren't very comfortable, and we've been on the uncomfortable side, and it's going to happen. We're going to get there, and just trying to keep them positive. I really try. Colton behind the camera over there has probably seen me not positive a few times during his career, but
He would never say that. I think he was like, no, that's just a different version of Joe. It's not a not positive version.
But and it's just it's hard sometimes to try to keep everybody pulling in the same direction. If we're not getting the result that we want.
And if you're not, then you're just rowing in a circle.
Right. And you're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Like
It's just
one-legged duck.
rinse and repeat. I feel like we just were here over and over again. That's right. That's right. A couple other things about that I wanted to. I don't know whether this has happened this week or not, so let's just act like it hasn't, but it doesn't matter. But the intent. You had I believe the varsity moms show up for team dinner. Just take me through that vibe.
Well, it's tomorrow.
Okay, and that intention is just to kind of include them into the.
We try to talk about family a lot.
Sure.
We've had dads, uncles, granddads up helping us put on our decals. Yeah. So we did that early in the season, and I always like to involve the moms also because they're very important to our program. So we're going to have moms up, and last year we had an official come in and kind of do a rules thing with the moms, and so I talked to a couple of our mothers and trying to get some ideas about what we could do with the moms, and had a great idea. So we are going to do an etiquette session of when you sit down, you've got all those forks looking at you.
Oh, this is a cotillion.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So, you work the outside in.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a little pasta dinner, and we're gonna have a little manners, And
Julia Childs, if you don't know who that is, Google it. She would appreciate this.
I think we could all use some table manners at some point.
Yeah, drink on the right. You work,
I don't want to reach across.
Right, you work outside in, and you pass the butter or pass the salt and pepper. You don't reach.
You don't want to reach in front of anybody.
Yeah,
so
you keep the.
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good for me.
Life lessons.
Sure.
Yeah, adulting. Well, that's good stuff. The other thing is that there's a rumor out there that you're really close to moving into a field house.
I just walked out of that field house just about 20 minutes ago.
And?
It is awesome.
Okay.
I really can't describe to you the feeling that I get when I get in there. I mean, I've gone over there a couple times this week, and I just sit in a locker room. I just sit in there. It's dark, and I just try to take it all in. It's we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
And the guys at Sandia have been busting their tails trying to get that ready to go, and got some pretty good news a little while ago. So I think we're going to be ready to get some stuff in there. Now the rest of it is not going to come in for just a little while, like furniture and stuff like that. I think we've still got to wait on that, but I don't care. We're gonna make it work. The kids are gonna be able to step right out the door onto the football field, and we've got weight equipment coming. Probably midweek next week, so it's pretty exciting. I mean, it has re-energized me today, no doubt.
There's a lot going on at the same time.
And what's crazy about it all, you were in there 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, wham!
Yeah,
it's ready. It's definitely ready to go, and it's really cool building.
Okay, and then obviously. Stadium, rumor has it.
We're going to play a football game. In that thing
point of no return Friday. At this point. Yeah, but that's still a week away. So
I've been really mesmerized this week watching. They have a big crane putting the panes of glass in the press box, and that's so cool to watch. Those guys are up there on the top of that scaffolding, guiding that crane with the glass. They have a special rotator that won't
That's
move.
why when it gets a little windy, you got to be careful because there's.
Well, we do live in Lubbock,
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of wind, so they had to shut down early yesterday. But I think they were up and at it at 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and they've pretty much been going all day long today, I think. So it's pretty cool getting to see all that stuff. I love watching everything come together.
That's good. Okay, so we'll move on to obviously this week's opponent, Seminole. The Indians are really good. 21-4 over the last 2 years, or 3-0 this year. You're going to have your hands full. Just kind of take me through it. This is a team that really wants to run the ball, and
they'll do both.
Okay.
The quarterback's very talented. They've got some great receivers. They have a bunch of kids that all look alike. They're tall and lean, and I think they have.
Seminole's just always a handful.
They've been great for a long time, and I think they have a kid that has got some offers from some pretty big schools.
Yep, that's right.
And they can run it, they can throw it. We're gonna have to play a really good game, and we were kind of behind. I would say behind the 8 ball against Idalou also, and took them to overtime. So that's why we play the game. You just never know. They could come in overlooking us a little bit, and
that's their homecoming and all those things.
Oh yeah, we get to play a homecoming game,
which means long half times.
Yes, that's correct.
That's right. Like 28-minute/32/whatever.
It could happen.
Even though it's only supposed to be 26, 28 minutes, whatever. Anybody that you felt like you mentioned a couple of special teams kids. Anybody else that kind of stuck out to you last week?
Levi Patton has done an awesome job punting the ball. He's got a heck of a leg. Going back to the Idalou game, kind of flipped the field on him a couple of times, and he had some great punts the other night. So I think he's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. He came in and just like his brother over there has got a heck of a leg, and so he's been working. He changed positions for us, so trying to move him in to get him acclimated at some running back. So, but he's done a great job. Brady Punchard's on some kickoff stuff, and we just have a lot of kids who've done. Coach Dubry, the mad scientist. I mean, he's always diddling with something, and just like this morning during the period, we've got some special things on special teams that might show up this week. So,
and it's funny about special teams in football because there's people that want to potentially keep playing after high school's over.
Yeah.
And if you're not really heavily factored into special teams, it's typically very unlikely that because at the college level, that's how you get on the field first initially, unless you're just like the top 1% of the 1%. You're like a freak. But special teams, and it's effort, and it's same thing when you're in college trying to get to the pros. I mean, you better be versatile, be able to do a lot of different things, but special teams is always the
Well, there's been some people who kind of look at special teams like, well, I'm not getting to play offense and I'm not getting to play defense.
Well, then
But how many times have you seen a game lost on special teams?
And then one of the coaches' signs that is up in a lot of football buildings across the country: be special on special teams. Because if you're not, you get a kick blocked or you return a kick or whatever, it skews the probability heavily in your favor. Okay, so where are you at on the pretzel with the peanut butter? Solid,
incredible.
Yeah,
yeah, that's one of my favorite snacks, I would say.
Yeah, better than a Kit Kat, better than popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember what other we had. What do we have? Reese's in here. I'm trying to remember. Oh, we had hot tamales. Big thumbs down. In fact,
come on, man.
2. Yeah, hot tamales are trash. Okay, 3 things. Okay, you ready? Name me 3 things that are part of your morning routine.
Morning routine.
Like that is just like, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening every morning.
Well, one of the first things that I do, I don't drink coffee in the mornings.
Which people would be shocked to hear that.
Yeah, I'm not a big coffee. I don't drink coffee at all.
Okay.
And
no caffeine?
I drink iced tea, but first thing in the morning, I'll get a big glass of
No, you
of
don't.
water.
You don't drink iced tea. You drink this strange like concoction, like blueberry tea, peach, coconut.
drink blueberry
It's very
tea.
bizarre to me. It's not iced tea. It's a farce. It's like Kool-Aid. I don't know what's going on with it. It feels like that, or it tastes like somebody put perfume in tea.
Oh, and it tastes so good.
It's
too.
just not. It's not. But anyways, okay. So I just want to make sure I corrected you there.
Getting back to my answer, water is one of my I try to drink a lot of water during the day.
Okay.
I usually I leave the house usually, I don't know, 6-ish, something like that.
Okay. Start the day.
5. Sometimes, I get up pretty early, so I get up and get around. I like to get to the office fairly early and just
because you can get a lot done before everybody gets there.
I like to kind of be by myself in the office just a little bit and try to get my day going. So I like to be by myself early in the morning to get POs done and some of the stuff that I kind of
purchase orders. Yeah.
Right, that I don't get done during the day sometimes, and so I like to do that. And then, believe it or not, I've been really looking forward to our freshman football practice. They have, starting off, they all started off a little rough, like most freshman football teams do. But just seeing the improvement that those guys have been doing, so that's something that I look forward to in the mornings. It's just getting out there with those freshman kids.
Okay. Okay, now 3 favorite players growing up were who?
Oh.
And you can span
over
the years, or whatever.
Like favorite football players?
Sure, yeah.
Really.
I think I know one of them. I don't know if you'll name him, but I think I know one.
I grew up watching Roger Staubach.
Okay, Captain America. Yeah,
he was
sure
pretty fun. Tony Dorsett.
Oh yeah, number 33. Yeah, from Pitt.
He was pretty good. That was pretty cool. Whenever Talon decided he wanted to be 33, because I'm like, hey, that was one of my favorite running backs.
And they're like, who's that coach?
I know. I don't even really talk about that stuff because they just look at you like.
Ran on a Monday Night Football. Did he have a
99.5-yard run
against the Minnesota Vikings in the Metrodome?
Yep.
He just ran up the sideline.
Yep. Pretty
that
good.
was when. Like Howard Cosell and Frank Gifford, and those were the old
Dandy
Don Meredith. Yeah, that's right. That's the old time in Monday Night Football. Nope, we're showing our age here.
Yeah, we are. And I guess probably my next favorite one is I always loved watching Randy White play.
The Manster.
Yeah. I could go
You didn't name the one that I thought you would name, and I know this guy. He's probably a better football player than all 3 of the guys you just mentioned.
Well, throw it at me and I'll see.
Larry Allen.
Oh gosh, yes, yeah. I would say. I guess I was going pretty.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Because he wasn't.
He was fairly.
He wasn't.
He was in the 90s.
He wasn't playing when I was growing up.
And that's fair. Yeah.
Was that the question?
Yeah, it was growing up. Yeah, but I just was curious, just because
I was already old when Larry Allen was playing. But
he was just wise. He's
incredibly impressive.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Yeah, we lost him way too early. Okay, well, Coach, always fun talking ball with you. Good luck in Seminole. Can't wait to sit here next week and talk about a home game. Absolutely.
And moving into a locker room.
Maybe you'll be in a field house and have Patriot Stadium ready to open up. We all can't wait to be a part of that with you. So,
well, I hope everybody is. We've got our Meet the Patriots, Salute the Patriots thing on Wednesday night, and I hope we have a lot of people come out and just see how incredible Patriot Stadium is, and hopefully get to walk around and see all the stuff.
Absolutely, yeah, because there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of stuff.
A lot of people working over there have been for a long, long time. So anyway, okay, we'll wrap this one up. For Chris Level, for Joe Sexton, for Colton Coons, this has been another edition of Patriot Talk.